Yeah, so obviously I'm growing, and then I'm trying to balance like actually being an actual business person,
Yeah.
and then like new relationship, and then it's like being a better person. Do you get what I'm saying? So like I'm transforming as an individual too. So it's
Yeah.
like,
And I'm curious to know, because I think we're seeing a rise of a lot of content creators.
Yeah.
And I do get a lot of people reach out to me like, I'm trying to take this content thing to the next level. And when did it click to you that this can't be as I've been doing it all the time?
so I grew up atheist pretty much my entire life, and then I went to a Catholic school. I was always that kid that was trying to oppose like the religious leaders, and then tried to go to church. Then I just kept seeing like the business side of it as like a business person, and I was like, I don't think I'm comfortable with this. you know?
Yeah. I'd say not worst case scenario. You'd say you need to go on holiday. You need to get married. You need to
Yeah.
go on a honeymoon.
What happens?
What happens then?
You fall pregnant.
That, yeah, you fall, especially for women, you know, what's going to happen to this business? And I think it's very important that we are able to learn to build systems, because at that point of systems, that's where a lot of businesses fail.
Yeah. So I can go deep in so many angles. I'm trying to answer you in a broad way.
Okay.
I think the first thing I'd say is like you have to have a certain level of
Hello, Resonate community, and welcome to the best and the biggest sales and entrepreneurship podcast in the whole wide world. It feels so good to say that every single time. so good, because we are manifesting this thing, and we are working through it. Today I have a guest I've had the privilege of knowing for so many years.
Yeah, a long time.
A very long time, and I've seen grow. And I think if you're watching this, you probably know my guest for today. I have the one and only filmmaker, content creator, entrepreneur, director. What else are you not?
You've said them. You've said them.
All of them. Thato
Hustler.
Rampedi, welcome to the Resonate podcast.
Thank you so much for having me.
Long overdue.
Yeah, I just want to tell the people that watch like your stuff. I watch your content religiously.
Yeah?
So the fact that I'm here, I'm like, okay, that means I've been applying what you say.
Yes,
You know?
I love that. And such a full circle moment, because I don't know if you still remember this, but when I wanted to launch this podcast, do you remember that I set up in my garage and you were one of my first guests
Yes, I do
at my
remember.
house with
with Reggie.
Yes, with Reggie. I remember the Canon M50, just like one angle in this big garage with lapel
Crazy.
mics.
Yeah.
And like a year and a half later, here we are.
Yeah.
So it's such a full circle moment. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm really excited. I
Me
mean,
too.
I'm always learning from you. So the fact that I can learn over the table.
No,
great.
today I'm here to grill you, because I think I've seen you grow over the years. But before I get into it, I get chastised if I don't do the 5 round of questions.
Okay, cool.
So this is quite like the fun part of it, where we get to know you a little bit more. And I prepared very interesting questions for you. So the first one is, if your creativity had a flavor, what would it taste like and why?
I'm thinking like those flaming hot Doritos. That's what came to mind first.
Flaming hot Doritos.
Yeah. Because it's like you
Interesting.
enjoy them, but if you try to do what I do, it might burn your tongue.
I like
like,
that.
yeah.
Hey, you look like you've been scripting content.
No, not even. Like it
That's
just
it.
came to mind. Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay, cool. And the second one is, what's one piece of gear or tool that you can't live without when creating content?
Cell phone. Yeah, I think at all levels, cell phone. Yeah, definitely.
Because you can do so much. You can even record a podcast on
You can
cell
record your
phone, actually,
podcast, edit it there. You can use AI there.
Yeah.
Look at your data there. Your studio.
Nice.
Yeah, my
Okay.
phone. Yeah.
Cool. And if your life was a movie, what would the title be right now?
World War III.
What?
Yeah.
Are you fighting for your life?
I'm fighting for my life because like I'm getting older. So I'm like,
Yeah.
So obviously I'm growing, and then I'm trying to balance like actually being an actual business person.
Yeah.
And then like new relationship, and then it's like being a better person. Do you get what I'm saying? So like I'm transforming as an individual too. So it's like, whoa,
Yeah.
it's a lot.
It's like you get past through a certain age where you can't, like, you no longer have the mentality that like, I'm still young, I can still figure this out. It's like,
I can't be in club, because I used to be in clubs like all the time. I can't do
Yeah.
those things anymore. I can't be drinking the whole weekend. Like I need to like be drinking water.
Yeah.
Like lean foods. And
So
then,
you
like,
hydrate
waking-
yourself.
Yeah.
and I have to look at the balance sheets and the cash. Like, where's your money going to?
Literally. And it's like, why am I spending that amount of money for leisure?
Yeah. Impossible, because now you're trying to build a legacy. So I can
100%.
definitely understand that. Who in the South African creative space inspires you the most?
You, for sure.
I was going to say, if you don't say me, you're going to be in trouble.
You inspire me a
Joking.
lot. In the South African space, I've been inspired by the girlies as of late.
Yes,
These
yes.
beauty girls, like
Yes.
they have such great work ethic. Like they always post in their content, their photo dumps. Petunia K, she's a really cool content creator.
Nice.
She's really working hard. Tammy, I don't know what her surname is, Tammy Nkwanya. But when it comes to guys, I watch myself, I inspire myself.
Oh, I love it so much. I like it. My final question is, what's your go-to song when you need to get in the creative zone?
It's actually this song. Okay, I was playing it today. I think that's why I'm such a good mood.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's the song?
I need to get the name. For some reason, I keep forgetting the name. It's That's Who I Praise by Brandon Lake.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
okay.
it's a cool
that's
song.
A beautiful song.
Yeah. Because it's like
song.
it puts me in that mode that like I'm not just doing my like content and work for myself. Like I'm serving somebody.
Yeah.
Like I'm serving God, and it's like there's a greater purpose.
Yeah.
And we are working hard every day so we can help everybody around us. So that gets me like going now. Yeah.
I like that. I think faith. I've seen you kind of grow in your faith over the years. Has that been intentional, or like did God just like?
I think I met someone like his name is Tabang. He's my home cell leader, right?
Nice.
So I grew up atheist pretty much my entire life. And then I went to a Catholic school. I was always that kid that was trying to oppose like the religious leaders. And then I tried to go to church. Then I just kept seeing like the business side of it as like a business person. And I was like, I don't think I'm comfortable with this, you know? And then fast forward, moved to the area I stay in now. I meet this guy, his name is Tabang. And he's there like, bro, you should come to Home South. And I was like, I just had this like feeling of like, yeah, I should go. But I didn't go for like 6, 7, 8 months.
Oh my God.
Then I eventually went, and I've been going like every Wednesday since. He introduced me to my church. He explained to me like Christianity. And it's just been a really nice walk with God, like getting closer, building my faith. And it's just like, it's just like God makes you such a better person.
Yeah.
And like he just helps you like heal so many parts of you. It's like the dad that you always wanted and needed.
Yeah.
And he's like there. So yeah. It just happened. It's Tabang. I met Tabang. Yeah.
That is so beautiful. I mean, shout out to Tabang.
Shout out to Tabang for
because
real.
that I think I always say to a lot of people, business is a very spiritual practice. That without God, you can have as much money as you want and get so many accolades, but not be fulfilled.
Yeah.
But with God, you just have a sense of peace and a joy. Even in World War III.
Even in World War III, we're fighting, but we're happy.
Yeah, we're
smiling.
fighting, but God is good.
God is good.
Yeah. I've had the privilege of knowing you for so many years, and I feel like now that I'm sitting with you, it's almost like the person I once conversed with in 2022 is a completely different Thato to the Thato that I'm talking to.
Because if they don't know, you actually also mentored me. Like I was a content creator who was trying, and then you're like, okay, cool, let's make you into a business person.
Yeah, I was like, stop that stuff. And I'm talking to a different person. And I'm curious to know, because I think we're seeing a rise of a lot of content creators. Yeah. And I do get a lot of people reach out to me like, I'm trying to take this content thing to the next level. And when did it click to you that this can't be as I've been doing it all the time?
It's funny, I spoke about this on my podcast like, I think 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I think when my frontal lobe developed. So when I was 25, I realized that I can't be the person that's there when money needs to be made. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's when it clicked to me, okay, cool, it's bigger than just me. Like, I'm not trying to be 45, 50, and I have to say, hey guys, Apple and Rode are such amazing products. You should definitely buy them. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's when I started saying, okay, cool, I need to have a business mindset. I need to have a different perspective. I need to be building processes and systems that allow for me to be at home and money still being made. Otherwise, I'm just self-employed. Yeah.
Which is so interesting, because I think it's easy to get caught up in the rut of like, people like me. They like Thato Rampedi. They always want to work with Thato Rampedi. Yeah. Everybody's following me. The numbers are going up. And I'll always be earning, because that is relatively true as you grow. Yeah. But as you're growing now and you've stepped into business, what's the first thing that's shocked you about running a business?
Like, not all of your ideas are going to work out.
It's like they're all not that wow.
Yeah, like I think for the longest time I just had like favor. So everything I do, it would like eventually boom, you know? Like now I've invested heavily into like new podcasts. So I've got Rhythm and Vibes, all these new shows, Young, Popular and Opinionated. And it's like the views are like definitely entry level. Like just because I've got good views doesn't mean they will get good views. So I've seen that, okay, cool, you can plan, have these ideas, but they might bomb out. Yeah. And it's up to you to like really do deep dives and see like what the issue is. Like you can't just be making plans, actioning them out, and then just hoping for the best. You have to be very, very strategic with like every step. Yeah. Like as a content creator, for me, like our thumbnails were so strategic now. Like A/B testing titles and thumbnails. Like our descriptions, like the actual meat of the content, like the hooks. Like we are diving so deep, letting people practice, then analyzing, then getting 10 videos, then speaking to like our YouTube partners to view like the analytics and seeing, okay, cool, how can we improve? Yeah. So it's like, your ideas aren't gonna just work.
That is, that is so interesting. And I think as an entrepreneur, it's one of those things I still battle with because I'm just like, listen here, I am freaking genius.
Yeah,
I
it's gonna
know what I'm talking about. And then when it's out there, you're just like, okay, it didn't land the way that it actually was supposed to,
Yeah.
which is very interesting. But you look at now, you and I have had several conversations, especially at the conception of your business, of what
Yeah.
Thato Rampedi is right
Yeah.
now.
And you were like, don't go that way.
And you were just a team of 2 at the time, I remember. And now you're almost, like 10 people in the team?
Yeah, like basically almost. Yeah, I think we're like 8, and there's people that come and go. But yeah.
That is a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot of change.
Yeah.
And pressure, because like that's salaries, right?
Yeah.
I think when you get to the level where it's okay, cool, I have to pay for Ruby's salary, Mbali's salary, Tabang's salary, Kenny's salary. It's okay, cool.
Yeah.
I can't make mistakes.
No.
Because these guys are paying for their cars, their apartments, and it's like I have to make sure that I promise, like honor my promise.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's really nice also.
I was about to ask you, how does that weight of responsibility make you feel?
Yeah. I think it makes me feel like I shouldn't like mess around.
Yeah.
Like this is like, they say this is not your father's company.
Yeah.
This is my father's company. This is my company. And then I respect them and I love them, I want them to grow. So I know that I have to definitely like be a good leader. Like for the longest time, most of the year, I was like, okay, cool, built the studio, got the team, I can go in like 2 hours a day. Now I'm there like 7 a.m. every day and I leave at like 7. So I'm also leading by example. Like, you'll see me when you walk in,
I love
and
that.
then you guys will even say bye to me.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm trying to show them that I'm respecting your guys, salaries. And then even yesterday, I had a big talk to them, like, guys, I'm putting money down to pay for your salary.
Hey.
And if I pay your salary, unless I'm giving you like 15K, I should be getting back 45K. Like that's how business works. I should be getting 2 to 3 times.
A return on
and
investment.
right now, you guys aren't experts, and you guys aren't giving me that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to guide you and lead you, and I'm going to show you how we can definitely get to that stage.
Yeah.
But if you're going to honor and respect my financial, responsibility to you, I'm going to have to tell you like, there's the door. Do you get what I'm saying? So like, it's been really uncomfortable conversations like that.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's so important because they also come with like love. Like, you're not an expert, but let's learn. Because even me, it's my first time doing this. So
And I think
let's
there's
learn.
something so special about building a team as you grow, because you might not have the budget to hire like the person with the MBA to be your manager or your MD, but you'll be able to grow with somebody, and that comes with very difficult conversations.
Yeah.
Because ideally, what a founder is looking for is somebody who's got the grit and the resilience and a positive attitude while they're at it.
Yeah.
We literally we are building and flying.
Yeah.
Like this plane is in the air.
And the petrol keeps going down,
And we
and
keep
then it goes back up.
And we're working it through. And I think that's what a lot of people really underestimate, especially people that work for small businesses.
Yeah.
It's like we're building and flying. So there are some months where from the money that you've saved for yourself, you actually have to pay
to the
salaries.
business. Yeah.
And it's just like, oh my gosh. And you're taking that weight. And, sometimes I almost feel like, is it even fair to want them to understand?
I think it is. I think it's very important for the people that work with you as any like founder to understand the investment you're putting in.
Yeah.
And because we teach a lot, right?
Yeah.
So as a founder, if you've got someone who's not the best at what they do, it's up to you to teach them and give them the processes and systems to grow.
Yeah.
So they need to come to the party. Otherwise, like, I will get somebody else who I can teach who has the attitude that is positive.
Yeah.
Because it's all about attitude. Like, I tell my team, guys, I watch like 6 videos a day on how to be better in anything that I do.
Yeah.
How many of you watched this month? 2? You're not serious. Like, you're not good at your job. How are you only watching 2 videos to grow?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So I think they do need to come to the party.
Yeah. And how do you know that you've got the right person? So, and I'll say this because when I met Mbali, Mbali's a superstar.
Yeah, she's great.
Like, Mbali is just, and for those that don't know, Mbali is almost like what you'd call your MD right now.
Yeah.
At Rampedi Media, just amazing.
Yeah.
And she's not the most bubbliest person in the world.
Yeah. She's not, yeah.
No, she's not the most bubbliest person in the world at all, but she gets the job done,
Yeah.
and she gets it done with like enthusiasm.
Yeah.
And I loved that about her. It was
Yeah.
just like,
She's so passionate.
Yeah, it's just like, oh my gosh,
She's on leave now, imagine.
Woo! Mbali, come back. Mbali, come back. And as you've grown the team, I mean, I think that a lot of founders don't start with such a great person.
Yeah.
They go through a lot of all of these.
That's so true.
And I think you've been able to build and start with somebody who's just been really good and been wanting to learn at whatever phase, that was there. Before, you guys didn't even have an office.
Yeah.
And she's
So
been
real.
growing through with you. How have you, as you're building the team, kind of know that this would be the right person to build the team with?
I think it's like what you've said. So I had an amazing first person. So with Mbali, we met when I was doing a music video like a couple years ago. And when I met her, I was like, oh my gosh, this person is just so passionate. So like with every angle, directing the camera guys, I just saw a leader and someone that is passionate in the creative space. So I think the fact that she could lead the team and then use her for like looking for Mjolo, like a speed dating show, or YouTube in a reality show, I was testing her and seeing. And she'd always outperform my expectations. Outperform my expectations. So I think for me, as I'm building a team, I need someone that's going to always outperform my expectations of them. That's when I can say I've got someone that I can truly grow with. I mean, we're constantly telling the team now that like, guys, the company is growing at such a fast rate. Please don't let the company grow faster than you. Because if I get to the point where I've got this retainer client who needs a certain level of expertise and you can't give that to me, I can't compromise my customer care or customer relations. I can't customize the quality of my product. And I'm going to have to get somebody else to do your job. And I don't want to be in that position. And I can see it's going to happen next year with some people. Like, unfortunately, that's just how it's like. But it's up to me to communicate that. So when I choose people and I want them to stay, I need to see that work ethic and that's exceeding of my expectations.
I think work ethic is very important. Would you say that, I mean, the conundrum with entrepreneurs is normally when you're getting somebody as a small business owner, they might not have the greatest skill, but attitude is usually what determines whether or not they're going to make it. And if they have the right attitude to even work on their work ethic, it becomes better. As opposed to somebody who does not have the right attitude to get the job done. And then it's just like... No, you can't nonchalant at work. It's not going to be possible. Take me through the process of Thato Rampedi is the brand. All of this is happening in your head. It's your creativity, it's your geniusness. And now you have to literally put it on the table in a document and start building systems and processes for an entire team of 10 to follow, to not necessarily think like you, but to incorporate their thinking, to collaborate together into building this thing.
It's that's been the hardest part, right? So that's been my focus these past few months. I think as I was going most of this year, I was just going, okay, cool, we need a social media person, let me hire this person. Okay, I need a camera guy, let me hire this person. I need this person, let's go. Then, okay, guys, this is what we do. I will just tell you through my voice that, like, this is what you're meant to do. Then I'm seeing because of how many team members I have, I can't just be assisting everyone. So now I'm in the point where I have to have SOPs. I'm in the point where I have to have manuals. I'm in the point where I have to have organizational charts. I'm at the point where I have to have all of these things that I can give to the team members and say, guys, an hour I'm presenting to you, this is who you report to for this. This is what happens when there's a mistake. If there's an error like this is what you do. So I've had to build actual paperwork in the document, which I didn't think was like needed last year, to get the team to operate without me. And in that situation, I then can say, okay, cool, Mbali's I call her the COO, Chief Operating Officer, and like creative director. All these titles, by the way, guys, we do everything. Like, it's just to make us feel better.
We all just collaborate to make it work.
But she's basically everybody's boss after me.
Nice.
And then she has these resources to help her then lead. Because I keep teaching her, like, dude, you want to work from home, you want to, work remotely. Let's build the systems to allow for that. But we can't have those systems we can't allow you to work from home if you don't have those systems. So for me, like, it's been the paperwork. It's been the documents, all those
It's like
things.
the boring stuff.
It's the boring stuff.
It's the things that don't make it on Instagram. It's the things that happen when late at night when everyone's sleeping and you have to sit in the silence and figure out what do you want to do. I tell the story often. It's something that I do a lot with my clients, my friends, and people around me. I'll always say, and I think I must have said this to you at some point, you have to build it like a JSE listed business. You have to. There is no other way, because if, God forbid, you need to, let's say not worst case scenario, let's say you need to go on holiday. You need to get married. You need to go on a honeymoon.
What happens?
What happens then?
You fall pregnant.
You fall, especially for women. What's going to happen to this business? And I think it's very important that we are able to learn to build systems, because at that point of systems, that's where a lot of businesses fail. Because it is such a strenuous process. You have to put together an entire document. Excuse me.
And then you have to convince your team to actually read it. And like understand.
And sometimes put graphs and pictures to drive the point.
Do you get me? It's so important.
That is crazy. You have been doing quite a lot of talks over the couple of years. A lot of people have been looking up to you from a content point of view into how you've turned it into a business. What do you think are or what do you see as some of the things, I won't even call them mistakes, but things that a lot of upcoming creators are not taking seriously in this season?
Upcoming creators, I think I'm going to speak about the top guys that are doing well.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the ones that deserve advice. Like the guys that are just messing around, you guys need to start creating content that is brand friendly. That's what I'll tell you guys. This guys in the beginning. The guys that have been working really hard, creating really cool content, just because you're getting 100,000 views, 50k views, 10k views, it doesn't mean that the brands are seeing you.
Yeah.
The people around you are seeing you. So how much effort are you creating towards like visibility that you are an influencer marketing person? Like people can do influencer marketing work with you.
Yeah.
I mean, my partner now is an influencer, right? And I was like, okay, cool, your campaigns are low, but like you can't be angry at yourself or the brand managers. They don't even know that you exist. So like, let's now do a list. Let's do a lead list and let's come up with 100 agencies. Then you're going to message them, you're going to DM them, you're going to email them, creating visibility around who you are.
Yeah.
So I think the moment you understand that you can only succeed through sales and marketing, that's when you can truly see a leap in what you're doing. Do you get what I'm saying? Then you can say, okay, cool, damn, I have to choose between KFC, Nando's, and I have to choose between Mercedes-Benz and BM, because you actively are doing the sales to get the clients. Yeah.
What a lot of people don't actually know about you is that you sell a lot in your business.
Yeah.
And I think people sit in meetings, and I remember when we attended the YouTube event and we were talking about brand deals, and a dear friend of mine who was sitting next to us was like, Thato, you are with every campaign. You know, and I just thought to myself, he's in every campaign because he's pitching
I'm
to
pitching
a lot of those campaigns. And I think that's what people take for granted.
Yeah.
So there's this idea that if you just create it and it gets lots of views, like the brand people are going to find you.
No, dude, they don't know. They're probably like 45, like Afrikaans in office, waiting for a Gen Z intern to like say some names.
Yes.
Like, no.
Yeah.
Like,
so you have to pitch.
You have to pitch, like literally, like because like through the help of you, I've got some really cool new people working with me.
Nice.
I've got people like creating lead lists, like 100 names a day of people that I can go and approach. And these 100 names aren't like the head of marketing because that's who you think you should work.
Yeah.
Like if I'm doing my agency work, because I also have an influencer marketing agency.
Yeah.
If I'm doing that, we're looking for the CEOs, the final decision maker. But if we're looking for campaigns for the internal teams, all of my podcasts, and the people that the friends of the company, then we're looking for the brand managers at an agency like Tilt or at Humans. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Actively, every day, LinkedIn, going crazy.
Yeah.
Like, that's why you're
I've
seeing
seen
me
you on
everywhere.
LinkedIn.
Yeah.
I've seen you on LinkedIn. I was like, I think Thato needs to write a book. What is all this writing?
I was writing a new ebook, which is exciting.
Good.
Yeah, the previous ebook was how to like be a YouTuber and like basically get views and be a creator.
Yeah.
And it was very tailored to a specific niche, just YouTube. So now I'm doing a new book on how to actually make money.
I love that.
Right? Using influencer marketing. So either you're on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, anywhere.
Yeah.
If you're posting a piece of content, I'm gonna teach you how to make money. And it's like, I know it's gonna work.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited for people to have that piece of material. Also I'm launching a community. I might use Alex Hormozi's school platform.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. But
It's
I'm
very
gonna launch a
good.
community too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing, like outside of all of the business. Like that's my little side project.
Yeah. There's a lot happening, but I think what I'm excited about is the things that you're releasing. You've got proof to show that you've done it before.
Yeah.
And it worked.
Again and again.
Right?
Yeah.
Which is beautiful. There's a new rise happening right now in the marketing industry, which is people realizing and companies realizing the power of storytelling. And I think that's what makes Rampedi Media at the top of the food chain at the moment, because you guys are tapping into that power of storytelling using influencer marketing, either campaigns or whatever the case is. And what I'm curious to know from you, you know, influencers as a whole, people creating content, are essentially tiny marketing agencies where a brand wants to plug their products or their services to say, we want your audience to either buy or get awareness or whatever the case is from there.
They're like paid ads.
Basically,
it's like Facebook ads, but like through a person.
Literally. And one of the things you mentioned earlier was that people need to stop making brand-friendly content.
Yeah.
What does brand-friendly content look like? I ask this because normally when people start making content, I'll give you an example. When I started the podcast, I came and I said, guys, I want to start a podcast. I just want to have conversations.
Yeah.
Right? The idea is like this passion I have and this is what I want to do. I want to talk about business and sales and da. But there isn't really kind of foresight around what that looks like from other people that are going to then throw money into this thing in the beginning.
Yeah.
So what do they need to start being on the lookout of if they are going to be creating content so it's like you're basically building a soapy series and making sure that there's space for ads and planting, like almost scripting your scenes to allow the pause for the ads to come in.
100%.
But in 30 seconds.
Yeah, literally.
Or 60 seconds.
Yeah.
How do we do that?
Yeah, so I can go deep in so many angles. I'm trying to answer you in a broad way.
Okay.
I think the first thing I'd say is like you have to have a certain level of professionalism, all right? And that's just like not swearing, not cussing, not speaking badly about other, groups of people.
Yes.
Like you need to be like a good person online, number one. Right? That's the most important thing. Two, drama sells for views, but doesn't sell for brand work. So if you're centering your content around drama and gossip and all those things, it's going to be rare for you to get like campaigns. Like you might get like a Forex one, maybe. You get what I'm saying? No shame on Forex people, but you might get like a Forex campaign because they don't really care too much. That's the number one and the number two thing. And then from there, what you spoke about. So depending on the platform, you need to leave space for the brands to come in. So like in a podcast, got this cool new show called Under the Influence. We signed a distribution deal on my channel. They have their intro, then they have like the first segment. Then they have a bit of a break, just like a 3-second screen going into the new segment. So that's like small little space where you can show a brand you could fit in here. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? And then there's so many other ways. There's branded segments. There's all these different things. So I think it's leaving space for a brand to envision themselves there through podcasting. Through short form, I think it's very important for you to be within a niche. I think you told me this like 4 years ago, 3 years ago. You were like, yo, dude, like, like I'm in these rooms and like they want people like this, but like I don't know how to describe you. Like you're just a personality. So now if you want to do influencer marketing work, we need to know, are you in sports? Are you in tech? Are you in gaming? Are you in beauty? So if I am a brand manager and I've got a campaign with Mr. Price, and Mr. Price is, I need guys, Mr. Price is your help us with the Mr. Price sports section of everything. I need 5 guys that do that type of stuff. I can say, okay, scrolling. I can use those keywords to search, go into Instagram, and then I see, okay, cool. Yeah, no, she's a part of a run club. She runs like once a week. Okay, cool. Okay, she actually posts a lot of running content. Let's book her.
Yeah.
Versus, she runs. She also does makeup. Okay, she does gaming. Okay, she's a podcaster. She's a part of a group channel. It's like, whoa. It's like, what are you doing? And I know people are probably thinking like, but bro, that's you. Like you are a podcaster, then you're a part of a group channel, then you're doing tech, then you're doing lifestyle. Guys, I'm just creating proofs of concepts. I'm behind the scenes, my man. I'm showing brands that I know how to get it done. Do you get what I'm saying? And then from there, I go behind the scenes and I make my money there. Like I'm no longer making money through Thato Rampedi. That's not the focus. That's gone. That's far gone. That's gone because I couldn't place myself in a niche. I don't know how important that is.
And I think, to your point, even when we've had these conversations years ago, the whole idea was that every single brief that comes on a boardroom desk or on someone's desk has specific KPIs. It's not just get somebody with 100,000 followers on what? On BBLs or tech. Do you know what I mean? And if you want to start making money, the important thing is, how do we identify you? If somebody says sports, would you be the first person that comes to mind if you're a sports content creator, which is very interesting. And I think for me, it's been so beautiful to watch you transition from Thato Rampedi, the influencer, to Thato Rampedi, the CEO. And we spoke briefly about your faith and how that has been quite a big anchor in terms of building what you're building. I saw a few days ago, actually, on my For You TikTok page, I saw somebody shared a clip of I think it was Looking from Jolo, like the first season, the first one, the one where you had, I think Zile was there. There was a couple more people as well.
Season 2.
Was it season 2?
Yeah, I think so.
There was one of those. And when I looked at it and I thought to myself, what inspired that idea? Like when you thought about that, because it was non-conventional. It wasn't what people were doing with content at the time. It looked like a lot to do in terms of, shooting. Now you have to gather all of these influencers together. You don't know what's going to happen. What was that? Because I think that's what has been your X factor, is just your ability to think outside the box, but not only think outside the box, but act outside the box. What was the thought process there?
Yeah, it's a tricky one. I'm going to go into a bit of a story, but I'm going to be really quick.
Okay.
So, like, I was studying engineering for the longest time. Finished my degree, and then in my final year, I was really focused on saving money so I could be this full-time content creator, right? And I saved a lot of money. But then towards the end of my degree, I was part of YouTube Black. So YouTube Black then gave me enough money for the year.
Yes.
Basically.
Oh, YouTube Black. Love them so much.
Yeah, they gave me enough money for 2021. And then in that, I had the blessing of being able to have saved, and I had the seeding. And I had to make investments. Like I told myself, okay, cool. I could like definitely, keep creating content, buy myself the best gear, keep vlogging and create content around me. But it's like, I can't make content about me. So I think I've always had that feeling that like, I can't be in front of the camera the whole time to make money. I mean, I had a production company at a point, and I saw clients were loving to like work with me, but they wanted me to be there. Do you get what I'm saying? I was like, okay, cool, that's fine, but I'm not trying to be like shooting every time to generate income. Like I want to be able to have like a company that I can send people, but that had its own risks. So I think I've always been trying to find a way to systemize it, and I studied industrial and systems engineering. So I think my degree probably put it at the back of my head that like you need to take risks, you need to make things happen, you need to be able to succeed without being in front of the camera at all. So then I got the money, then I was like, okay, cool, what can I do? I was like, okay, let me do a show. Like the show's so cool.
Yeah.
At the time I was heavily influenced by these guys in like the States, the guys in the UK. So there's this group called Sidemen who had this show called Does the Shoe Fit?
Oh, okay.
And it's basically like, it's looking for Mjalo basically, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I would basically take shows that were happening overseas, guys that were like 5 years ahead, and I'd localize them. I didn't try to think too hard. I was like, okay, how do I make this local? How do I do it my way? And then that helped me start building that creative muscle. I don't believe anybody's just naturally creative.
Yeah.
I think creatives are like people that watched a lot of content growing up, a lot of Popeyes, a lot of anime, a lot of different things, and then that influences how they behave and think now. So I think me always having that influence from the States and the guys in the UK and stuff, it helped me think like them, be like them, and start making new shows outside of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because then we saw our YouTube was birthed later. So for me, that's the answer. Yeah.
Storytelling is a big part and a big function of how you work. I see that in your ads. I see that in your brand work.
In my interviews.
Yeah, it's like, it's such a storyteller. And is it something that you've always had, or it's something that you consistently develop in?
Consistently developed. It's a skill that I learned. Yeah. I'm
How
going to be so honest.
How did you learn it?
I think I would subconsciously see it happen a lot in people. And I remember I was flying. I'm about to go into a story.
You see? Like,
I was in Cape Town with a brand, I think BYD. And then I downloaded a bunch of your videos. There was one of your videos where you're speaking about storytelling. And then you did it in the beginning of your video.
Yeah.
And then you then explained it later and then you referenced it. And I was like, damn, that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
And then Mbali has been saying it so much also. So I think it finally clicked recently. Even now we have a podcast, Rhythm and Vibes. They're really struggling with being podcasters. So we're trying to teach them the importance of like telling stories.
Yeah.
And they've been doing so good at that because we realized that you can have all of the facts. Like, I mean, even with your podcast, you have like, you'll say, okay, cool guys, these are the 4 steps to do or something.
Yeah.
You can have all of the steps and you can say them. It'll take you 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But for you to get an audience member to really listen to that step, they need to relate with you.
Yeah.
They need to be able to see a story, paint a picture.
Yeah.
You need to evoke a feeling and then you capture them.
Yeah.
I mean, we even see it at church with sermons. Like a lot of these guest pastors, like, yeah, my wife and I, 10 years ago, yef. End of the day, have faith. Like, it's all a story, right?
Yeah.
So I think as soon as I saw your video, I started hearing Mbali, I realized that everything is just a story.
Yeah.
So you need to story tell.
When you say that, I always say to people, the Bible says there's nothing new under the sun, right? Because that is true. If you look at the New Testament, whenever Jesus was asked questions, he would usually respond with parables. He would usually respond with stories. And some stories would be like, sorry, what?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? But at the right time, it would eventually make sense. And I always try to say to people, that's how I think a lot of us are wired, built, we're built to tell and listen to stories. And if you think about, and I think for me, the aha moment is every time I think about podcasting, I say this all the time, I think in pictures. Every time I think of podcasting, I think of the old school growing up at home while the aunts are cooking we're all sitting outside and we're listening to somebody like tell a story
Oh, okay,
while
cool,
the other person is like commenting or laughing, but you're sitting in
ad-libbing,
some
like,
yeah,
what?
right?
We've
I think as people, we've always sat in some arrangement where a story is either being narrated, being told, a lesson is being learned. You can recall like family, meetings or family gatherings where there was just always the one or two or three people who were telling these hilarious stories. And if you think about podcasting, that's what it is. It's how do you capture people with a specific topic in a way that makes them actually want to sit and say, oh, I want to be part of this conversation. You can think about it in school, like during break time, there'd be different like sections of people talking about whatever. And if you were around people that you really didn't want to talk about this, you're just like, nah, I'll see you guys later. And then you go to another group of people and they're talking about something else.
You're talking about the things they have, their weeks, their holiday trips, their family, their aunts.
You chip in or you sit and you listen and you soak it in. But you almost realize that stories sell more than anything. Stories sell and people are more gravitated towards being able to be storytellers. I want to talk about the creative economy lastly in South Africa as a whole. I think I remember saying this to you years ago, and I was like, I need you to build a business so that when people start dancing on TikTok and doing funny things,
we'll say
you don't have to do any of that. Okay. And for me, the hindsight was in, I think, realizing, and it was also my realization as well, that I was getting all these speaking engagements and I was getting this business, but I realized that, and at that time, I think I was pregnant, and it was starting to dawn on me that I want to be a mom, and I want to sit down and I want to be a wife to my husband. I really want to manage my time wisely and not like be in too much hustle. So I can't be the talent all the time. And I was literally screaming that to everybody around me and building the systems to do it. Where do you foresee the creative economy moving towards in the next coming years?
That's a tricky question. It's a tricky question.
I mean, as somebody who's shaping the creative economy, there's a lot of podcasts.
You've been there for like 7 years, 8 years.
Exactly. You're launching a lot of podcasts that have a lot that are very different. I mean, I saw a podcast of one of the podcasts that you're doing of these two girls. Is it 3 girls?
Yeah, 3 girls. Under the influence.
It's Under the Influence. And I saw their trailer and I was like, this is so new. I thought that was very interesting. And I think part of the work that you guys are doing is essentially shaping culture and shaping how we see conversation from different archetypes and different groups of people. So I'm curious to know, you're probably planning this in your 5-year plan, I hope.
Sure. I think
pressure.
To answer you, I think it's like going to be so there will never be anything like extremely new. It's going to be phases. I mean, if you look at it like fashion, like there was a season where baggy jeans were back and like fitted caps were back. That's the thing of like the 90s, 80s, right? So we're seeing fashion, the way it moves, that like it comes back, it goes, come back, it goes. Even like with hairstyles and braids. Because I remember one time I asked my partner, like, yo, these braids, they new. I've never seen them. It's like, nah, dude, this thing was here 7 years ago. So I think with content, we have short form content. We have these shows on YouTube. We've got podcasts. We have all these different things. We've got vlogs. There's going to be seasons for all of them, but they're going to probably always be around. For example, now we've been giving people like short form content. We've killed people's attention spans, right? People are used to consuming content in like a fast way. So now what we're seeing is, and vlogs were dying. Now we're seeing vlogs are coming back, but then vlogs are becoming more fast paced, or vlogs are becoming more educational. So now vlogs have way more value. So you can't show me, be there with the camera 10 minutes telling me about what you want to do. Like, you need to be speaking about what you're doing, and you need to be showing me what you're doing.
Stephen Bartlett has done 7 to 5 transitions.
He's been to New York, Canada, Cape Town, China, my man, in those 10 minutes. So content needs to be, it's like come back, but it needs to be meaty. It needs to be educational. It needs to be inspiring. It needs to be like, like, damn. It needs to be quick. It needs to be high level. I mean, we had a season where we even seeing aesthetic content was trending, where you had people doing like fashion content or like travel, cinematic content. It was cool for like 6 months, then it died because what are you showing me and teaching me? Like nothing. Like it looks cool, and then eventually I'm going to get bored of it. But if you keep teaching me something, like I'm going to always be there. And if I'm not always going to be there, there's always going to be someone that's ready to be taught something. So we need to educate and inspire. I mean, with me and my vlogs, like I came back to vlogging, I think I'm 3 episodes in. The first vlog was all about like the business of things, like where have I been? There's like, oh, you meet my team. Like this is my studio. Like I've been building things.
Is it the one link, the link you sent me?
I don't know if it's the one.
Was
I
it
don't
the
know.
first or second? Oh, I thought it was dope.
Yeah,
I
thank you,
was
thank
like,
you.
hectic.
Thank you so much. So just showing everybody everything, you know,
Yeah.
showing you my day. Then there was episode 2, which was like a trip with my brother to Cape Town. It's like, oh, you remember that my brother guy? He's still here. But we do a podcast together and we travel and we do all this work. And then 3, it's like relationship. But now I'm trying to punch in teaching people how I'm doing the business,
Right.
how I'm doing the relationship
Yeah.
stuff, how I'm maintaining a relationship with my brother. So now I've got these moments I'm speaking and I'm just saying, yeah, I'm seeing my brother or I'm seeing my girlfriend. It's like, yo, I actually had this issue and I solved it like this. Because education is like what people need.
Yeah.
And it's not like, yo, how to do a business, how to like run a car. It can be anything. How to be emotionally available. Just teach me something.
Sure. Yeah.
And that's going to go far. So I see the creator economy just going into like that season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on AI in the midst of all of
AI is the GOAT. Like, I'm so sorry. If people
Yeah.
are so scared of AI, I'm just there like, you know what? It might
Yeah.
not kill my generation. So I'm going to use it to my
Coming
best.
for you.
It's coming for your generation. I think AI is great. Like, I've become so obsessed with data
Yeah.
these past few months. I even had a meeting with my partner manager, Twala, from YouTube or
Yes.
from Google and YouTube. Yeah,
Yeah.
YouTube. And I was like, yo, listen, dude, I've got these podcasts. I've got like 6 on my network.
Yeah.
All right. Pull all the data. Let's go through it and let's see how I'm doing compared to my competitors.
Yeah.
And let's see if I should have individual platforms for them or
I
keep them
see.
as a network. And then we look at the data, then we do a deep dive.
Yeah.
So AI helps us do those deep dives faster, better, easier. You know, I don't have to be an expert in stats to be able to read data now.
Yeah.
I can say, yo, here's all the data, give it to me in layman's terms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like simplify it.
Also, something exciting coming. Sorry,
Yeah.
that's so random. Gemini
Yes.
is launching into YouTube Studio, which is really exciting.
That is really
So
cool.
it's going to be able to read everything on YouTube Studio.
Sure.
So for example, I could give it a prompt like analyze my past 10 videos and all of the
That's so
comments and help me create subject matter for my next 10 videos based on what people like. Or analyze my past 100 videos and show me which thumbnails had the best click-through rate and give me advice. Like I can use, like it has all that data now.
That is so good.
Which I think is so exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is very, very good. And that's very impressive. You mentioned something that we've, seen you all evolve. Is like one of your third vlogs is sharing your relationship
Yeah.
with a beautiful woman that you
I will always love, guys. I will always love. No matter what you guys say, I will always love with all of my heart.
And when I look at that, one of the thoughts I normally have is that could easily be one of your biggest superpowers, how vulnerable you can get, and not only with the people that you are with, but with the people that are that have access to your world.
Yeah.
If you are in Thato's world, if Thato has a girlfriend today, everyone's gonna know about them. And I
100%.
think and sometimes in social media and all of those things where people are playing all these funny games, there can be different talks, but I just wanted to make that point to say that's one of your biggest superpowers is your ability to be vulnerable. And I think in your work as well and in everything that you actually do, and it shows. And I think that's how you've been able to build such an amazing thing. So we are rooting for you.
Thank you.
And we are trusting the Lord for wedding bells.
Yeah.
This time around,
Ria,
praise
Ria,
the Lord,
Ria.
hallelujah.
Amen.
Re nyaka hore Limpopo, we want to go and dance,
No?
at a wedding. But thank you so much for having this conversation with me. I think it's been we haven't actually caught up in a while. And
Yeah,
this
it's
felt
been a
like
minute.
a little bit.
This was good.
Yeah, that's what like a little bit of that. We still need to do a bigger catch up on like business stuff.
Yeah,
But
please.
thank you.
I need you. I need you.
Thank
Michelle.
you for coming. Thank you for coming. I'm going to come to your studio next week.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah,
Perfect.
cool. Thank you for coming. Have
Thanks
a
for
good one.
having me. I appreciate it.
Resonate community, thank you so much for tuning in that conversation. Very light, but very important. And I really hope that you took so many nuggets from it because it really just reminded me of so many important things and just how people's journeys unfold over the years and how sometimes something that you could be thinking about or something that the world views otherwise can actually be the biggest superpower that allows you to build the very vision that God has given you. So thank you for tuning in. We'll see you guys on our next podcast episode. Goodbye.